off a little bit of a about 600 round review on this Bear Creek Arsenal upper receiver. It has a 20-inch barrel with their, I think 5.56, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 5.56. So I've shot over about 600 rounds, maybe 700. I've done some test loads with it, and it's not bad. This is just a cheapo Anderson lower. I believe I have a Phoenix Armory trigger in it, mil-spec charging handle, Bravo Company B5 grip on it, and cheapo M16 stock A2. And I put some extra foam here. And then wrapped it in some goon tape. I forget what model of Vortex this is, but this is a 6-18. I believe it's some of their fire dots or something like that. I know it has a red dot, center dot in it, and honestly, this is pretty fun. It's a pretty fun build. This would be a really good like prairie gun build, or even like a coyote build, like early morning light hunts. The only thing, so pros, I guess of it is that it's a cheap way to get into hunting and into like long range shooting without having to spend stupid money. Just for the upper itself, I think I spend $220, which isn't bad when you think about just a cheap plinker or a cheap hunting rifle if you already have like an AR-15 lower. But there is a few negatives with it. I mean, the best group I think I've gotten with this at 100 yards when it was, I think, an inch and an eighth. But 1 1/8 inch group. And that's with reloads. With factory loads, I get about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inch. With some of the nicer Hornady match grade ammo, I can get like probably inch to 3/4 inch group at 100 yards, which isn't bad. But for the most part, I mean, I'm going to be probably using this for hunting. This summer, I'm hoping I can do some prairie dog hunting, just because we're up north where our cabin is. There's a lot of farms and stuff, so it could definitely be useful there. Other than that, like, I mean, the scope quality of this, I think I paid $250 for this Vortex scope, and it's not bad. I mean, it's held up pretty good so far. I have the sunshade on it, so it's a little bit nicer. There's a few other cons with it too. So with it being a little bit less inaccurate because it is a cheaper upper, and that could just be from being a 5.56 barrel, so it's not going to have the insane groupings, insane accuracy that you would see with like match AR-15 barrels, or even like a Criterion barrel or whatever. But a few things that I've noticed. So this muzzle device hasn't come off yet. I mean, I don't have a suppressor yet, but that's one thing I would say is bad so far. It's nice that it's really skinny and really light. I mean, this is pretty heavy as is, maybe 6 to 8 pounds, so it's not a light AR-15. So definitely like either a range toy or a hunting toy. One of the other bigger things that I found that is kind of negatives is this whole handguard. I don't know if you guys can see, but it uses pretty much 2 Allen keys here, 2, 4, 6, 8 on each side, so that clamps to the barrel nut, which isn't bad, but I found after deep cleaning it, I had some issues with extraction. So I believe this last range trip I did maybe a month ago, this handguard started coming loose, and I was like, that's not right. So that definitely isn't great. So I had to tighten down these guys again. Need to get some Loctite in them, so next time I get Loctite or made at the hardware store, I will take these guys out, put new ones in there. And then the other thing too that was very, very catastrophic, which is probably the reason why it was failure to feeds like a lot. And these were just with 57 grain or 53 grain VMAX test loads that I had, and I even tried out with my 77 grain Sierra Match King ammo, and it was still ejecting really bad. I mean, when I had a magazine in there and I was shouldering the rifle and I was shooting, it would eject almost, and then it would try to feed the next round in. So it was failing to extract, and it was failing, or it was trying to double feed. So that's something that, especially if you're in a hunting scenario, you definitely don't want to have happen. After taking it all apart after the range, I thought maybe it's a buffer spring, because this is a rifle length gas system, and I had a carbine length buffer in it. So I was like, well, maybe that's it. I put the original one back in here. I didn't shoot it yet, but it definitely felt a little bit smoother. I mean, just pulling it back, it feels a little bit stronger. So maybe feeding issues would be solved by that. But the other thing too I found on this guy is when I went to take it apart and clean it, the gas tube, the gas key that's on the bolt carrier group. So if I take this apart really quick, I will show you. I forget what, I think I just used some cheap, like, other hardware for it, for the rest of the lower. But pretty much everything on this upper is factory. But one thing that I did notice on this, so the bolt was fine, the extractor was fine, nothing was damaged. Normal wear and tear on a bolt carrier group, like there should be some machining marks that you'll see here, or wear marks. You should see wear marks on the bottom of the bolt carrier group. But this gas key itself was actually super duper loose. I mean, like, I could wiggle it loose, kind of bad. So that's something that they try to mitigate with staking of these, what are they, torque head screws. But sometimes those can fail. And I mean, after 500 rounds with an AR-15, how cheap it is, it doesn't surprise me. But at the same time, if I have an AR-15 that I am relying on for hunting, that I don't want to spend a lot of money on, this could be something that's very, very bad. Especially if you miss a really, really nice coyote and whatnot. Other than that too, at least just looking it over, I do see that on this bolt carrier group, on this bolt key, specifically this one right here, there's a lot more wear on that. And again, this could be because it was messed up because the gas key was loose, or some maybe too high of pressure loads and it's causing it to shear way more. But for the most part, I kept this bolt pretty wet, and there wasn't really much room for it to get dry, besides carbon buildup. But other than that, everything else is pretty good. But yeah, there isn't really much else to really talk about besides that. Eventually, I mean, this is Bear Creek Armory, a bolt carrier group. So numerous things could be wrong. I didn't really feel like sending it in because that's just way too much work for me, and I don't really feel like, having to wait 3 months or 2 months or however long it takes in order to get it back. This is literally just a range toy and something to have fun with. But I wanted to at least show you guys some of the problems that I've had. Now, I don't have any other experience using anything else from Bear Creek Arsenal, so I can't really tell you how everything else is. I did see on Muzzlebroke's channel that he did a review on the whatever their BC9 is, their 9mm PCC carbine, and that held up pretty okay. I think that he did it I think he compared it to like a Strybog or some other higher end one, and it seemed to do okay. But I've heard other things happen where, they have something like this where they go to get the range, and the chamber, even though it says 5.56 on it, and they bought it as a 5.56, it was actually a 300 blackout or whatever caliber, and that's just something that cannot happen, especially if you're just hunting with this. But if you are depending on something as cheap as this on your life, that could be very, very bad if you ever do get in a scenario like that. But overall, would I recommend this to somebody? Yeah, I mean, I would recommend it if you're looking for a cheap blinker. Everything, all the problems that I've had with this rifle are easily fixable if you have any mechanical skills. There's nothing really too bad to point out. The only thing I will say is keep in mind this is a cheap gun. This is not going to be as quality as you would be getting with something like a Geissele or Daniel Defense, and even Daniel Defense has been having some issues as of late. But I mean, if you spend the extra coins on getting like a BCM upper receiver, even like a barrel and a bolt carrier group, you're gonna be doing way, way better than a lot of the poverty ponies like this. Not just in quality, but customer service is usually a lot better. Coming from Wisconsin, Bravo Company has been here their entire lives, I believe. So I'm kind of biased. I don't have any, but I'd like to. I mean, their furniture is amazing. Really, really fun. I mean, this grip is just amazing. It was perfect knurling here, and super nice rough texture on the sides. I wish they had a little bit more rough texture on the back, but I mean, honestly, making long distance shots, it's not bad at all. I mean, this feels pretty comfy as far as grips, and even trying to put it to the side where you're not gripping the full firearm, it's not bad. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. If you have any negatives or pros that you've seen, if you have bought and tried Bear Creek Arsenal. I personally haven't had, I have had catastrophic issues, but honestly, it's not bad. I don't know if I would buy it again. I'd honestly probably save up some money and get a nicer barrel on this, because the handguard is meh, upper receiver and the bolt carrier group is meh. So it's up to you guys. Would you guys want to pick something up like this, or would you rather just save up your money, do that? I'm pretty impatient, so I want to buy the nice stuff right away, or the cheap stuff right away. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Would you guys hunt with this or go to the range with this, or would you save up your money, buy something a little nicer, or would you just build your